How many of you have been or have a loved one that's been affected by drug addiction? Drug abuse can cause multiple issues for addicts and also for their families. Although drugs threaten many societies, the effects of them can be combated successfully through the right treatments. With drug abuse being very common around the world, billions of dollars are being spent trying to prevent drug use, treating addicts, and fighting crime related to drug abuse. There is a disconnection in how drug addicts are dealt with in the public. The treatment community, the general population, and legislators we depend on to authorize laws tend to see drug addicts in an undesirable way. And this progressing division makes it troublesome for addicts to get the treatment that they need. Our general public has a tendency to punish wrongdoing, yet measures to incarcerate and rehabilitate addicts have not accomplished their ultimate goals. How about we investigate the issue to decide why recovery is preferred for addicts over prison time? According to EmeraldCoastJourneyPeer.com, in 2013, 9.4% of the U.S. population used an illicit drug within the last month. Also, in survey results indicated that 517,000 people had a substance abuse issue with heroin. The arrangement of prison for drug addicts additionally has a sudden outcome that lawmakers and authorities likely did not foresee when they imagined stiffer punishments for all drug-related wrongdoings. Placing peaceful and vicious inmates together only implies that drug addicts just figure out a better way to break the law while talking to their cellmates. By placing addicts in prison, the addiction doesn't ever go away, and also the cravings are still going to be there for them. Prison doesn't offer counseling for the addict, nor do they really encourage sobriety for them. In order for an addict to start the process of sobriety, they must go through what's called detoxification. The addict will be overseen by a medical doctor, also a team of nurses, where the heart rate and blood pressure is often measured. Other medications and fluids can help with nausea, restlessness, and there are several types of detoxification methods which offer help with drug addiction. These include inpatient treatment as well as outpatient treatment, extended care, local support groups, addiction counseling, as well as medical care. Because detoxification is a minimum 30-day process in a medical environment, most of the previously mentioned is offered to the addict. According to an article from dailydot.com, a police department in Boston, Massachusetts offers a program that is helping addicts get into treatment. They allow the addict to drop off any drugs and their drug paraphernalia without being charged with a crime, which in turn makes the addict not as scared to go in and hand over their stuff because they don't have to fear getting into trouble. According to an article in Psychology Today, of those incarcerated, only about 10% are going to receive the treatment for their addiction. And while drug use is illegal, and whether an addict finds themselves in treatment or they can't go, they're still possibly looking at legal issues. And depending on the state, the judge normally has to hand down a minimum sentence, which generally includes fines with it. And an addict may wind up on probation, and as well as with probation, they can go to prison. And if they go to prison, when they get out of prison, they're going to be on parole for an extended period of time. And depending on the severity of the crime, a judge can also recommend drug court for them. And what drug court is, it's a program that helps an addict maintain their sobriety, and it also holds them accountable for their actions while they're completing the drug court. And in spite of drug abuse issues, the dangers of drugs can be battled. And in conclusion, educating oneself is the principle to fight against drug addiction. But most important, members of society, especially children, should know the dangers of the drug addictions.